What's causing the rapid deterioration of the giant retail chain we all know, Target? It's a question that has puzzled everyone, and today we're diving deep to find the answers. Are we witnessing the end of an era? And if so, what led us here? A Wells Fargo analyst stated Target is no longer an attractive investment due to several ongoing difficulties and concerns. Moreover, the bank analyst Edward Kelly stated that the retailer's outlook has deteriorated meaningfully, according to a summary of the study released by Seeking Alpha. He said, "Our concerns include the potential for a sustained period of comp weakness in the general merchandise, an inflection to negative traffic in Q4, a lack of visibility on the timing, magnitude of the margin recovery story, and a return of pre-COVID model scalability concerns." However, Target did not reply to the comment. According to the report, Kelly recommends clients adopt a more cautious stance and investment prospects in consumer goods retail businesses, which don't look particularly compelling to start the year. Moreover, he listed Kroger, Costco, Sprouts Farmers Market, Target, and United Natural Foods as the bottom 5 stores which are more prone to risk. However, Walmart, BJ's Wholesale Club, and Dollar General were among Kelly's top recommendations. Target warned investors in November that despite the unprecedented deals aimed at reducing its inventory, the important holiday shopping season would probably fall short of expectations. The news caused Target shares to decline further after a 35% drop over the last 12 months. The decline, according to payments at the time, was in stark contrast to the results and market reaction. When Walmart announced its earnings the previous day, CEO Brian Cornell stated that on the company's conference call that many consumers this year have relied on borrowing or dipping into their savings to manage their weekly budgets, but for many consumers those options are starting to run out. He added, "As a result, our guests are demonstrating increasing price sensitivity, becoming more focused on and responsive to promotions, and more hesitant to purchase at full price." Moreover, according to recent payments data, 60.4% of respondents see discounts or sales as the main consideration when selecting a retailer. Hence, most Americans are finding it difficult to keep up with rising prices for products and services in practically every category and Target. According to a survey, 60% of consumers live paycheck to paycheck, including 43% of those making over $100,000 annually. That's something shocking, isn't it? However, after Christmas, Target resumed their promotional efforts by joining several other shops last week to kick off their January clearance deals. Moreover, in recent months, the retailer has announced several improvements, including Starbucks goods in its curbside pickup program and a plan to renovate its stores to increase the retailer backroom fulfillment area. Will the efforts of Target be paid off? We'll just have to wait and see. Recently, theft began in the retail industry, which further concerns the retailer. According to Target, organized retail crime will cost $500 million more lost and stolen goods this year than the previous one. Based on estimations from the company's financial reports, the loss was around $763 million during the previous fiscal year. With the predicted increase, shrinkage would exceed $1 billion this year. Since shrink involves inventory loss from other causes, including staff theft or damage, it can be challenging to measure theft. On the company's first quarter result call, CEO Brian Cornell raised an issue, noting that the store and others are also dealing with growing theft in addition to slowing sales and more price-conscious customers. The situation is getting worse for Target with the rise of theft. According to him, retail theft is a worsening trend that emerged last year, and he said that the violent instances has escalated at Target stores. Moreover, he said that the issue impacts all of us, limiting product availability, making shopping less convenient, and putting our team and visitors in danger. Additionally, he said that our primary priority is the safety of our visitors and personnel. We promise to use every effort to keep our stores open. The business has engaged more security guards and more stuff is being stored inside closed cases. For instance, a customer discovered essentials like pants and socks in locked containers that only cashiers may unlock at the Target store in the Metreon building in downtown San Francisco. The same customer might have seen security officers check customers as they entered the business. The guard once turned away a man who appeared to be homeless and working for hours without sleep. The rise of internet marketplaces that enable thieves to sell gadgets, makeup, and other products they have stolen from stores has been criticized by some businesses as to why organized retail crime has become such a major issue. Moreover, shops like Home Depot, Walmart, Best Buy, Walgreens, and CVS have discussed the issue and said that shrinkage had worsened due to the rise in thefts. On a teleconference with CNBC, Home Depot CFO Richard McPhail declared, The nation has a retail fraud problem. That pressure exists out there, but we're confident we can mitigate and blunt that pressure. However, it's challenging to determine whether or how much organized retail theft has increased. According to the National Retail Federation, shrink cost retailers $94.5 billion in 2021, up from $90.8 billion in 2020. Furthermore, according to NRF figures, just 37% of these losses, or nearly $35 billion, are due to external retail crime. The news is shocking as it shares that theft could also be a major issue for a company's fall. Let's see how the pandemic went for Target though. Target may have discovered the ideal pandemic recipe. It covered selling everything through brick and mortar stores, internet shopping, personal shoppers, same-day delivery services, drive-up alternatives, and everything in between, from clothing and food to home products and necessities. The big box store is doing so well that it's inspiring envy in a retail market that isn't easy. Customer Growth Partners founder Craig Johnson told WWD there is a fierce rivalry in all industries, including retail. However, they are as well positioned as anyone. Additionally, it makes sense that Target recorded more than $1 billion in earnings in its most recent quarter, leading to a share price increase to $185.59, and bringing the market capitalization of the mass retailer to roughly $93 billion, which is because the stock price is currently 65% higher than it was a year ago. During the pandemic, Target had also been able to compete with Amazon. When Amazon conducted its annual Prime Day in October, Target responded with its Deals Day, encouraging customers to start their holiday shopping early. Target recently announced that 4 sites would close in May due to declining foot traffic. The closures include small format stores with 4 locations, one in each Maryland, Virginia, Minnesota, and Pennsylvania, created with the idea of urban shopping areas. But is the closure of stores a permanent solution for Target? Physical stores are the only thing that allowed Target to group a meager sales increase during a challenging first quarter. Compared to the first quarter of 2022, the business reported that sales increased only by 0.7%, which is at least a gain. Moreover, traffic increased by 0.9% even though the comparable digital sales decreased by 3.4%. To maintain sales in a challenging economy, Target is increasingly depending on its physical locations rather than its digital operations. The business claimed that consumers had reduced spending, particularly on luxuries like clothing and home accessories, due to increased prices brought on by inflation and higher borrowing rates. The stores act as centers of distribution where the retailer fulfills orders placed online. Target has also expanded its drive-up and curbside services, enabling customers to pick up online orders the same day and even return products without leaving their cars. Moreover, exclusive fashion collections, the availability of store-within-a-store concepts like its collaboration with Ulta Beauty, and same-day services like these promote client loyalty. Target said that the first quarter's growth in high teens in the sales of beauty products offset a decline in other discretionary categories. So the retailer is estimated to invest between $4 billion and $5 billion in capital projects this year to construct 20 new stores and remodel 175 other locations. Cornell said that Target has been working so hard to combat these issues of retail theft and other crime because stores are so important to the company's broader strategy. Moreover, he added, stores are central to the Target story, and our stores are the most important asset. We're dedicating to keeping our stores safe. We don't want to close stores. However, it's unclear whether crime will be enough to drive Target to act. Now, we'd love to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the reasons behind Target's rapid deterioration? Do you think they have a chance at revival, or is this the end? Let's have a vibrant discussion in the comments below. And that's it for today's video. We hope you found it informative and engaging. Please remember to give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe for more investigative, in-depth analysis of the business world. Stay tuned, and as always, thank you for watching.